Good news with you about my saffron farm. We are in full bloom here. You can see hundreds of saffron flowers bloomed today. So, I definitely wanted to share this good news with you all, as well as, I wanted to share my journey, saffron journey with you all. So, we started saffron. I started thinking about saffron farm somewhere this year, early this year. I did a lot of research, read through a lot of material, and then, came across really good books about saffron, which I will talk about at the end of this video. So somewhere in August, early August, I put the order for saffron bulbs from a company from Netherlands somewhere in May and June time frame. The bulbs were delivered to me in first week of August. I had ordered for 13,500 bulbs, which are equivalent to like 350 kilograms of bulbs. They sent me bulbs into this kind of boxes. Each box had about like 700 to 800 bulbs, and these boxes had holes on the side, all four sides for aeration. You can see here like holes on this side as well as on this side, and that really I think helped for aeration during the transportation. Bulbs were transported to me by air freight in controlled environment. So after receiving bulbs in first week of August, I basically sprayed those bulbs on the floor just to basically aerate more. During the transportation, the temperature level and humidity level really goes up. So I basically, for aeration, to reduce the temperature and humidity or moisture level in the bulbs, I sprayed them on the floor, and then I basically sorted them out, cleaned them by removing the tail part of the bulb, by removing the outer layer of the skin and some soil residues and all. So, and then somewhere third week of August, I started putting those bulbs into these kind of trays. These are wooden trays, 2 feet long, 1.5 feet wide, and about 4 to 5 inch tall. So I started putting these trays into the saffron bulbs into the these kind of trays, and then put all those trays onto the shelves. So as each tray had about like 115 to 120 bulbs. So it basically, to place all those 13,500 bulbs, I think I needed some 80 to 90 boxes, and then those boxes are placed onto this kind of shelving. I got like about 10 to 12 shelves, such shelves here. So all this setup was ready by end of August. Then starting September through October till now, basically I maintained the environmental factors like temperature, light and humidity. The light was maintained by installing the LED grow lights. You can see those are installed on the side walls here, as well as a couple of grow lights on the ceiling. And these are some additional supplementary grow lights I put in between, just in case light is not reaching to the bottom of the bottom layer trays, and so on and so forth. So light was maintained by LED grow lights. The humidity was maintained by like adding the water on the these kind of trays, as well as spraying the water on the floor. Many times, like if your floor and walls are concrete walls, you can spray the water on the wall as well as on the floor, on both. Also, like I had this humidifier installed just in case, like humidity level goes significantly down. In that case, I used to turn on the humidifier. but I think experts, they do not really recommend the humidifier because, this mist fall onto the bulbs, and then, fungus, bulbs catches the fungus. So to avoid fungus infection, I used humidifier at very occasionally. Then temperature is generally maintained by installing the chillers. Those are used in the cold storages. But in my case, as my farm is in US, and that is also on the northern part of US, temperature is relatively pretty low. Starting somewhere October, temperature goes down to good level, and which is very suitable for saffron bulbs. So I did not have to really install any chillers or anything for temperature. It is just that I used to open and shut the window as per need. If temperature goes down significantly, I used to shut the window. If temperature goes up, then open the window and install some fans there. So that is how temperature was maintained. So now, as we are in full bloom after maintaining these environmental factors for 2 months, now the next part is basically harvesting the saffron flower from the bulb. So this is how saffron bulb look like now. Like, we got a bulb, then the straw, which is also called as sprout, and then the flower. So now my next task is basically to pick this flower from the bulb, and then in the flower you can see various parts. The red threads that you see here, those are saffron. So now what I need to do is I need to peel this flower, and after that, like, extract the saffron from the flower like this, which is very delicate work, very time consuming work. This is the most time consuming part of the saffron farm. So to extracting the saffron from the flower and harvesting the flowers. So and very labor intensive work. So that too, I'm in US, so labor is not easy to get. So I'm doing it all by myself. My family members also, they join me, and they are very happy in doing so. So now, after saffron is harvested, or flower is harvested, next step is to put this bulb into the soil. So I would recommend strongly that after flower is harvested, within few days, I think you should put the bulb in the soil. If you take longer time, maybe not in days but in weeks, then there will be significant weight loss of this particular bulb. So recommendation is to put the bulbs into the soil as in just few days after the flower is harvested. So bulbs, as my whole setup is indoor, so even the propagation of bulbs would happen indoor. So for that, I got like these kind of trays here, which are like about 7-inch tall, 2 feet long, and 4 feet wide. 4 feet long and 2 feet wide. And these trays, basically I added like about 3 inch of soil first, then put the saffron bulb in that soil, and then add another 3 to 4 inch of soil. So total like 7 to 8 inch of the soil. Again, like this, as you might be aware, special texture of soil is needed and all, which you can get the details from the book by Mr. Ardalan. By the way, I wanted to mention that throughout this particular process, I referred to the book by Mr. Ardalan. That book is very practical book,